I've edited for Netflix, The Sidemen, as well as a plethora of mainstream TV productions, and if you give me the next 4 minutes of your time, I'll give you my top tips to help you become a world-class editor and land high-ticket clients. Stop using AI and auto subtitles to make your short-form content. Watching this style of content is just so lackluster and unappealing. Relying on AI isn't going to make you stand out in the crowd of other editors like myself who are willing to go the extra mile to provide clients with award-winning content. Instead, you should leverage AI tools in other ways. That might mean letting AI transcribe your footage or using it to cut up sections of your raw footage that has no speech, etc. You should only utilize AI in rare occasions where you're unable to get your edits off to a good start, and then you have to come in and piece your edits together yourself to give it that heart and soul. You have to implement sound effects, sharpen up the rhythm and pacing of your video manually to give your work that edge that AI cannot currently provide. Which leads me to my next point, being refining your editing timeline and workflow. Within your editing software, you have to find a process that works for you. For example, I think other editors in the Sidemen's team would look at me and think I'm crazy the way I go about my project timeline and manage getting work done. But I've established the systems and processes that work best for me. For example, in DaVinci Resolve, there is a cut tab where you obviously cut up your footage. I've never used the cut tab, ever. I've never touched it. When I'm going through a sidecast and I find clips to make, I simply make the cuts, drag that section into video layer 2 for a social clip, and if I find a section for a YouTube clip, I leave a marker and note what they're talking about. Then I just drag all the social clips into a new timeline to adjust the camera angles and subtitle them. And there could be a million and one other ways to get my work done more quickly, but that's just the process that works for me. So find what works for you and stick to that process for as long as you can, because I've found that over time my workflow has improved drastically, all because I'm just rinsing and repeating the same process over and over again. I'm not trying to work out any new tools or new softwares or whatever. I'm just doing things the good old-fashioned way that I've always done for 10 years since I was editing Minecraft videos 10 years ago. My next tip is to ask questions and learn from other people's mistakes. And if you're here watching this video, you're already one step ahead because you're trying to learn and you're trying to get better. Leave comments on posts online and chat with other editors about how they were able to edit for such and such or whatever. The more you ask, the more you know. So don't uphold this ego that you think you can figure it all out yourself, because the reality is, you can't. Without learning from other people, I wouldn't be in the position that I'm in. So learn from other people so you don't make the same mistakes that they did early on in their career. Watch more and more videos online, take notes, and apply them into your own workflow when it comes to attaining clients and how to maintain them long term, and with that, maybe more doors might open for you in the long run. And my final tip is do not miss deadlines. No client wants to deal with an editor who can't do the work for them on time. At that point, you're just a liability and they'll go and find someone who can do a better job than you. Being a good editor doesn't mean you can actually edit better than others. Being a good editor means that you're dedicated to your craft and work insanely hard behind the scenes to get edits done rapidly to the point where you're leaving clients speechless with how quickly you can just get shit done. For example, you could underpromise and then over-deliver. If you have an edit that's due on Monday, you could tell the client you'll have it done for them on Sunday, but then you could just knock their socks off on Friday night and be like, here's the edit, it's all done. So all in all, being a good editor isn't just about fancy transitions or retention hacking techniques in your edits. If you're constantly hitting deadlines and going the extra mile and not taking shortcuts, your edits will speak for themselves. Build up a relentless work ethic and become so good at your craft that the biggest creators in the world can't ignore you. That is how you become a world-class editor and land high-ticket clients. I had to put on the tie for this video so I'd look more professional. I thought if I just wore a t-shirt it wouldn't look that good, but hope you enjoyed.